welcome to Katie O's Food Carnival. Can you guess the theme of today? Cinco de Mayo! I am so excited. I am so excited because, first of all, we are very privileged to have Mexico so close to us. The states of Mexico influence our cuisine here in North America so much. We don't realize it until we're not near it. When you're in Europe, the Mexican cuisine is nothing like we have here. And you miss it because we grew up with it and it's like part of our taste bud culture. We love it. But Mexico is just a wealth. The people are amazing. The spirit that lives there and thrives there, along with the history, is just unable to be put into words. And they share it and the cultural influences. But let's face it, we're here to talk food. But the best thing about the Mexican food is that it is so rich in tradition. So many of the recipes and the ingredients are true to their culture and their location within the states of Mexico. And they're passed down from generation to generation, oftentimes never written down. And oftentimes there's a technique that has to be handled a certain way, that tastes a certain way. There's spirit in the food. It's amazing. So I am so excited to bring you what has been shared with me. Not having been of Mexican descent myself, I have to shout out to my team, who I love dearly, who has taught me so much. And my executive chef, Francisco Viveros. Love you. He is going to share a number of recipes here today with us, which I'm excited to bring to you. And then Feliz Cumpleaños, Luis Vera and Regilio Morales, because you have been with me 9+ years and you and I have grown up together. Love it. And Javier Colette, the pastry chef who teaches me about Mexican pastries. So let's jump in the kitchen for Katie O's Food Carnival Cinco de Mayo. Hola, and welcome to Katie O's Food Carnival Kitchen for Cinco de Mayo. Check this out. Margaritas, cerveza, always a great drink. If you don't drink alcohol or you want to offer an alternative, limeade and seltzer or limeade and tonic, awesome. Any kind of fruit juices, but make yourself a very festive beverage because we are about to go on a gorgeous bounty of fruits and vegetables from Mexico and a delicious array. Let's get started because this is so exciting. Look at the colors. Look at the excitement in the food. This just makes you want to eat. I'm going to start with my favorite, which is guacamole. And I'm going to show you really quickly. What you're going to want to do is if you're having guests over, if you're making it for a dinner, make your pico de gallo in advance. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's just your tomatoes, your onions, there's cilantro, all chopped up, your garlic and your lime. So all the ingredients that would then be mixed with your avocados. So at the last minute, cut your avocados open, mash them up, hopefully in a stone little guacamole pig, and then mix in your pico de gallo, and it's going to blend into a beautiful, beautiful dish. Now, how do we avoid brown avocados? Lime juice. If you have to make it in advance, put a little lime on top. It'll prevent it from browning. Good tip. Okay, chips. Chips are so fun. If you can, fry them yourself. And this is so cool. Look at this. Green flour tortillas, red flour tortillas, a white flour tortilla. So cool with the three colors. And then, of course, your traditional corn tortillas. You know what it is. Cut them up, stick them in your deep fryer. If you can't, go buy your favorite brand. Always acceptable, but this is a good one. And you just dip right into that guacamole and I'm feeling the fiesta. I'm telling you, it is picking up. Awesome. I love a variety of salsas. Tomatillo salsa is your salsa verde. Made with those zesty tomatillos, they look like a green tomato, but they're not. They are bright and almost like a citrusy undertone. So great. If you like spice, Mix them with a little jalapeno. Beautiful. To eliminate too much spice, don't put the seeds of the jalapeno in, because that'll keep building heat as it sets. So if you make it in advance, it's going to get hotter and hotter. Beautiful. Next, your salsa rojo. It's your tomato base, not too spicy. It's got onion and cilantro. Everybody's looking for it. And then pico de gallo stands alone if you don't want to put it in your guacamole or if you want it extra. A lot of people love that fresh salsa, so that would be what would be considered like a fresh salsa. And I always love to tie in, when seasonal, mango salsa. Onions, tomatoes, jalapenos, cilantro, and mango. It's fruity, it's spicy, it's got that kick from the onion because it's earthy, but it really is just delectable. All the salsas and the guacamole can really tie into any dish throughout the entire episode. So you're going to see these stay here because sometimes you want a little spice. Jicama. So many Americans are not familiar, and I'm going to reach over because I want to show you what it looks like. This is a jicama, and it is crisp and crunchy and watery, but not sweet. Or alternate. Also, utilize the radish. Radishes come so beautiful at different times of year. And I just think the peppery radish in with the guacamole, fresh. That way, you can eat a little bit of fried, but you're not diving in and eating too much fried, because the guacamole itself, the healthy fats from the avocado are so good for your body, and they're brilliant. Plantains. I couldn't skip presenting a plantain. Plantains are like a large sized banana. They have a thicker skin. Sometimes we fry them when they're green. Sometimes we fry them when they're yellow. Any kind of banana or plantain has more sugar the yellower it is. So these were fried as yellow plantains. I just topped them with a little queso fresco, and I just like, honestly, because they've got their natural sweetness, a little salt on there. A tropical treat, truly. This is what we would call a Mexican gazpacho, and I'm going to cut right to the chase. It's more like a Mexican shrimp cocktail. Grilled Florida or Mexican sweet shrimp, awesome. Little pico de gallo on top of that, but the sauce itself is a non-spicy, almost a ketchup-y, like reduced tomato, soupy sauce that's much more similar in flavor profile to our cocktail sauce. So it's got kind of a sweeter element, not to be confused with a Spanish gazpacho, which is a raw tomato. This is a cooked down tomato or a canned tomato base. Fun. Okay, this is my grilled mahi ceviche. Lightly grill the mahi, mix it with tomatoes. Okay, so you marinate your mahi after you lightly grill it. Dice it up, marinate it in your lime juice. Separate from that, you make your tomato, onion, cilantro, little diced green olive. That's your little clue there. And you mix that together, but don't add your lime juice to that. That should be separate. Little salt in there. Last minute, mix those together. Brilliant. Plate it up. I slice a little mango and avocado for a creaminess and a fruitiness to go with that. It makes it feel so tropical. It's brilliant. Sriracha cilantro cream on top. A little bit of spice, but creaminess is always an additive. Your palate just really goes there. Celtic sea salt, cilantro. And these chips here are dipped into dried ancho chili and kaffir lime, a dried mixture. So after you actually fry these up, you dip one half. It's got spice, it's got crisp. Brilliant when served with the ceviche, because the ceviche itself is not spicy. Just brilliant. We'll be right back for so many more things. This is an exciting episode. Oftentimes, it's recipes, as I mentioned before, handed down from generation to generation, and it has to be taught how to utilize and layer those flavors so they come out just perfectly. The ingredients are fresh, they're roasted, grilled, all kinds of things. So let's jump in and get started. I am going to start with corn tortilla. And this is my queso fundido, chorizo, grilled poblano peppers that are then peeled and cut into strips, some grilled onions, all sauteed up in a Mexican fundido. It is amazing with Chihuahua cheese, topped with a little Greek or Mexican oregano. It's incredible, ooey, gooey, and fun. I always really recommend a corn tortilla with that because it has like a ground corny flavor that's a lot more rustic, and it presents really well. It's a great combination. Spirit and energy goes into the food, and it's what actually creates half the flavor profile. You need to have good energy going in. So when you're making a dough for an empanada, it's brilliantly worked with and it gets flaky. I have two types here. One's vegetarian, so grilled vegetables, zucchini, squash, peppers, with some cheese. You can eliminate the cheese if you're vegan, no problem. The other is chicken. And I usually serve it, so 1 and 1, I do them half and half. I serve it with a little cilantro creme, dollop of each. Oh, beautiful. That kind of cools it down if you find it a little spicy. And I love it with the tomatillo salsa because it adds that cilantro-y, citrusy brightness, but it also has a little spice. So I'm a big fan. And I am going to take a bite, but it's that pastry that's just beautiful. Those are not to be missed. Truly an amazing dish. Mexican street corn. I didn't know until recently that there's two varieties in the states of Mexico, and depending on what region you're from, sometimes you get it and it's grilled, and sometimes you get it and it's boiled. Fabulous. Now what to do next? The toppings are the same. You can either go with the traditional Mexican mayonnaise glaze, which kind of melts right on there. So you do just like a little bit. Or you can do sour cream if you're afraid of the mayonnaise. Right there. I'm going to try both at the same time. Awesome. And then we top it with a little queso fresco. So yummy. It sticks to that mayonnaise then. And a little chopped jalapeno, which has been de-seeded, so it's not too spicy for us. As much as you like, depending on your palate. I love the salt element that just, it makes it pop and come alive. That is so fun. And then, of course, your citrus squeeze a lime to offset that spicy jalapeno. Which to start with first. I'm much more accustomed to the grilled, so what I'm going to do is start with this one. Picks up those flavors in that topping. It's really like a delicious meal in an ear of corn. It takes that corn and just lifts it to new heights. Salty, creamy, spicy. Yum. Not to be missed. If you're in Mexico, go there. If you're having a summer party, get this on your menu. Sopas are one of my favorites. Beef sopas are right in front of us. Look at this. Great shredded beef with some spices, some cilantro creme, queso fresco, salsa rojo, cilantro. A decadent bite. With that corn mesa boat, it becomes beautiful, and it's a taste of Mexico right there. Now, this is a very, very, very beautiful dish. This is mole chicken taquitos. Chicken taquitos are a corn tortilla wrapped with that spiced herbed chicken, fried to the crisp, and then covered in mole. Now mole, there are more than 25 types of mole in Mexico alone, depending on where you're from. Family recipes are huge. The abuela passes it down from generation to generation. That's how you learn it. You work with those ingredients. Your spirit goes into them. And mole is a wonderful example of that. This one happens to be a little bit sweeter. Most people think that there's chocolate in mole. Well, there is in this one. And there's also peanuts and some nice herbs of cinnamon and clove and garlic. It's not super sweet. It's not sugary, but it's herbaceously sweet and creamy. And it's got a spice element. This is truly, honestly, a homemade treat that if you can find it, there is nothing as decadent and indulgent than a homemade mole. So many times, chili rellenos are with poblanos, but we've already showed a dish with poblanos and cheese. This one is a classic Mexican dish that they actually eat in Mexico, and it's jalapenos stuffed with the cheese. And I'm gonna tell you that it definitely has more spice. So I usually like to top it with my cilantro creme again, because I need a little coolant and a little lime. But this is a crispy shell, and there's egg white in the batter to make it nice and light and fluffy. That is crunchy and crispy and creamy inside and spicy. And with the cilantro creme and the lime, you got it all going on. What a brilliant array. We will be right back with so many more beautiful recipes.
My name is Patricia Jacques, and I'm a photographer. I'm a photographer.
It takes a lot to know a man.
I'm a photographer.
It takes a lot to understand.
The states of Mexico contain so many different types of ingredients, spice levels, everything. The north is spicy. The central area is not so spicy. So it is like just a bounty and an array of flavor profiles. And this is a pork adobo. A beautiful piece of pork. Adobo sauce has so many chilies in it. Ancho chilies, cumin, it's got clove and garlic. It's got so many layers of spice. And like I said, each individual family claims to have their own recipe because that's how Grandma made it. This is wonderful. I have paired this, and I've made it kind of chunky. You can also shred it and serve it in a taco form. But right now I'm showing you the chunky version, topped with queso fresco. I've got some Spanish Mexican style rice, which has the peas and the carrots and the corn in a tomato broth. It's all cooked down for that red flavor and color that we're looking for. Really bright and colorful. Topped with a little jalapenos, pinto beans. I'm actually showing you 3 types of beans: pinto beans, black beans, and the refried beans. So the pinto beans that I'm showing you are just stewed. They are not vegetarian. They've got some pork in them, but they're beautifully flavored, topped with queso fresco. Awesome. Grilled peppers, carrots, zucchini, and some poblanos. Little lime. Oh, this is delicious. All right, I gotta talk to you about this one. This is incredible. This is a chicken dish, okay? This is an agave leaf, and I'm gonna cut it open right here. Look at that. The chicken has guajillo peppers. It has cinnamon and clove. Look at that little parcel. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Paired once again with the same rice. Grilled pineapple, a fruit salsa, which is like cantaloupe, pineapple, onions, watermelon, a little tomato. Beautiful ingredients. Cilantro brightens that all up because there's a little spice going on in here. And then these little corn boats, tortilla boats, for the 3 types of beans. How fun. and some grilled onions. This is a little parcel of magic. And this has love, and this is definitely a family recipe. I learned this from Francisco, and I will never forget it. It's incredible. Grouper wrapped with spices, tomatoes, and pickled onions in a banana leaf. It's a gorgeous bite. And those pickled onions take those chilies and all that spicy goodness that went into that parcel, and it brightens it with that acidic flair that your palate's looking for. And the tomatoes, they add a little water when you're steaming it. And the banana leaves are incredibly, just, they scream of Mexico. Oh my God, it's brilliant. It's bright, it's spicy, it's moist. I don't know if you can like I have to take another bite. I love grouper anyway, but this is phenomenal. Swordfish. It's got a cilantro butter on it, cilantro lime butter, and a little bit of dried chili rub. It's been grilled and then baked off in the oven. And I love that technique. You get your grill marks on there so you get that smokiness, and then you bake it off in the oven so that when your guests come in that you can serve it hot. It only takes about 5 to 7 minutes in the oven, start to finish. You're good to go. This is served with the mango chutney or mango salsa that I had before, and it's got that cilantro and tomatoes and onions. This is spicy and cool all at the same time, so the fruitiness kicks out that spice so it doesn't go too high, but it is brilliant on your palate. And that is craveable. It's moist. It's not dry at all. And I served this with the refried beans and that white cilantro rice, barbacoa. Love it. So fun. I am going to grab a tortilla. Now I'm going to tell you can either do flour or corn. This is shredded. You can also serve it as like a chunk steak plated up. But I love this shredded pinto beans, grilled pineapple, some of my poblano strips that are so spicy and yummy. I've got pickled onion, grilled onion, lime, cilantro, white rice. So I'm going to build myself a little taco in here. Let's not leave out our vegetarians because the vegetables are so amazing and gorgeous and phenomenal. Just a gorgeous array. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about this. We've got our zucchini, grill marked. Zucchini, carrots are fabulous because they add that crunch, and when grilled, they're not super aggressive. Green, red, and yellow peppers, and yellow squash. Fiesta. So wonderful. I want to just share, in case anybody's not aware, add a little crunch. Any of these dishes with phenomenal homemade chicharrones. What could be better? It adds salt, it adds crunch, it adds beauty. Great fiesta, but we need some sugar, baby. We'll be right back.
My name is Patrycja Żak and I'm a photographer. I'm a photographer. I am a photographer.
It takes a lot to know a man.
I'm a photographer.
It takes a lot to understand.
Sweet sugar, I love it. Every savory meal must end with an array. Okay, utilizing the pineapple. I love pineapple, so tropical and fun. I've grilled it and stuffed it, just diced it in some, have it, do whatever you want, but utilize it. This is so delicious and fresh and beautiful. I've also taken my pineapple shell and we're gonna make ourselves an ice cream sundae. So look at the pineapple with a little ice cream. Look at that chocolate hot fudge. Now in the Mexican heat, it's gonna melt. It's definitely going to melt. So we've got that going on with that hot fudge. You see that melting down? I think that's so fun. And then, every Sunday builder's dream. Now, if you have children who do not have nut allergies and love sprinkles and fun, they're gonna love this. And you know what? That little kid in you is gonna love it too. And as much as you may say you don't love them, there's nothing like a maraschino cherry on top. Ooh, baby. Here we go. It brings out the little kid in you. On that hot day, nothing could be cooler. I love that. Fresh fruit is a dream. So these are hand-carved fruit lollipops. Watermelon. Orange and grapefruit segments. Blood orange, grapes, cantaloupe, more pineapple but not grilled. Strawberries. So fun into a watermelon carving. I think that is so cool. This beautiful dessert right here is a Mexican classic. If you know how to make this, you are a Mexican pastry chef. Tres leches cake. 3 milks. Condensed milk, regular cream, and whipped cream into a white cake so it's almost like saturated. Now I've covered mine with berries, but I'm loving it. It's sweet, but like that creamy condensed milk sweet, so it's not over sugary. The cake is so moist from all that milk. And decorated with berries and some mango, you cannot be beat. Okay, let's just say, for the record, you just want to go with like, it's a hot day. Watermelon, skewer it. Kids love this. Fresh, palate cleansing. Who doesn't love watermelon? And I know I'm whipping you through, but this is one of my favorite, the creme caramel. Oh my God. When it is done right, it is creamy and decadent and beautiful. The cream of the custard and then the caramel that glazes over it. It's done in a steam bath. It is beautiful. Where else are we gonna go? Sorbet, mango sorbet, berries, mango, refreshing. On a hot day, sometimes that's all you want. This is dreamy. It's tropical, it's fun, it's sweet. I love that. Okay, our Mexican cookie array. I have been taught that these are the almond cookies of Mexico. Look at that. Sugary, nice. Buttery almond flavor. That is delicious. And then our array of Mexican wedding cookies. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Next time on Katie O's Food Carnival.